I got it. All right, I got it. All right, I got it. All right, I got it. You know, in the last 15 years, I've studied the brain. It's made of an ability to think. So it's made up of thoughts. You know what thoughts equal? Usually actions. But you know when you have a thought process? The process in itself is made up of a series of numbers. Ones and zeros, zeros and ones equal a program. The thing is with a program is a program can affect your habits and behaviors. That's why people smoke. That's why people need to lose weight. That's why people have, you know, bad habits like biting nails. That's why people want to change things about themselves. It isn't because they subconsciously know the habit. It's because it's a series of numbers like ones and zeros. I learned the power of numbers. Action. Would anybody be willing to test the theory on this number situation? Bob, would you be willing to do this? All right, my friend. So here's what I want you to do, and you can show me, and we can do this together, and that's perfectly fine. But first of all, can you do me a favor and press down lightly? Lightly. Press down lightly. All right, press down. All right, hang on. I'm going to do the transference because if I don't, I can't get the thoughts of the number. Oh, you got more zeros than ones. Did you know that? No. All right, I got it. Let me write it down. Can I use your back? Thank you. I'm just going to write this number on this map. I want you to hold that. Tell me if anything's on that piece of paper. Nope. All right, and I wrote something on this piece of paper. With this piece of paper, all right, thank you. I want you to put your hand out, and I want you to make a fist and clench it. Thank you. What I want you to do is put this on the table so everybody can see, including your friends. All right, you just put your finger there like that, and I want you to write. I know you have significant numbers in your life, but I want you to try and mess me up. It doesn't have to be anything significant because I already know that you love the number 7. So don't go with 7 or zeros, but you can if you want to. But what I want you to do is just go with a 3-digit random number and just put it in big letters on the top. So what does that say? 2, 3, 5?
Yes.
Why did you do that?
It was an ID number for a job I had.
Okay, so it is of significant value. Do me a favor, just draw a line, if you will, just underneath those numbers. There you go. And just reverse the number. So instead of 2, 3, 5, it's 5, and then you've reversed it. That's right. And then just draw a line under that. How good are you at numbers? Are you any good? Because you can use a calculator if you need to. What I want you to do is subtract the small number from the large number. You might need your calculator.
You mean the smaller of the two?
Yeah, just subtract. So take I guess you're going to take 235 from 532. And then hit equals. Can you tell me, okay, do me a favor there, write down what you have. Interesting. So reducing the small number from the big number gave you 297. Can you do me a favor, draw a line and reverse the numbers? Alright, at this point it's time to stop, Bob. We just met today. I already knew that you had a security number up here and a significant number. We've already discussed ones and zeros and how that creates the DNA and the organic thought processes coming actually from the grey matter known as the brain, right? You see how you have 792? Can you do me a favor, just turn the piece of paper over, because we're going to run out of space, and just write 792 there, because that's what you got when you subtracted the numbers, right? And they're your numbers, they're not my numbers, they're your numbers. And then reverse the numbers, put 297, it doesn't matter which way around they go, underneath, yeah, because that's the two numbers you're left with. Can you do me a favor? I just want you to add them together. I've got it. But okay, quicker than a calculator normally. And then write the answer down. Let's see what you got there. All right, so can I just work out this process, okay? And I just want to explain the process. We just met today. You know I study numbers, that's what hypnotists do. You know that numbers equals habits, behaviors, belief systems, and it's what we do. It's how we function. When we first get out of bed in the morning, we have thought processes. Thoughts equal emotions, emotions equal actions, right? So you have a thought, it turns into a chemical reaction, which is an emotion. That chemical reaction actually turns into a physicality, a physical reaction, and then we as humans have a response. That's how I know that numbers are ones and zeros, okay? So you gave me a random number, you told me it was a security number. Do you mind if I ask where that came from? The security number? Is it like a former job, or is it
A former job.
a former job, right, former job. So it's like a crew number, employee number, that kind of thing, registration number. So you decided to give me that number, and then what we did is we reversed the numbers. You subtracted that number from that number just by swapping the numbers around, right? And then you had a new number. That new number is completely random, would you agree? I mean, it's just a random number. And then what you do is you took that number and reversed the number. And then what you did is you, bear in mind this is all completely random now, then you added the two random numbers together to come up with that number. I want you to look at that piece of paper in our hand for me. Read it out aloud.
1089.
What does that say, Bob?
1089.
Yeah.
That's random. There's so many different combos, combinations, and numbers.
He's a witch. I think we should throw him off the roof.